Before Motown, before soul, before funk, there was a revolution brewing in American music. The 1940s and 50s saw something extraordinary happen when blues, gospel, and jazz collided to create a brand new sound. A sound that would change everything. These are the 15 songs that gave birth to R&B, the tracks that invented a genre and shaped the soundtrack of generations to come. Number 1, The Fat Man. Fats Domino, 1949. December 1949. A 21-year-old piano player from New Orleans walked into J&M recording studio with a song that would rewrite music history. Fats Domino's The Fat Man wasn't just another record, it was the blueprint. Built on a rolling piano boogie, a shuffling backbeat, and Domino's warm, inviting voice. The song fused jump blues with something entirely new. The lyrics were playful, the groove was infectious, and the production crisp and clean in a way blues records had never been before. The Fat Man sold over 1 million copies, making it one of the first R&B records to achieve that milestone. Music historians now recognize it as one of the very first rock and roll records ever made, years before Elvis or Chuck Berry. Fats Domino had created a template, a sound that would echo through decades. But in 1949, he was just getting started. Number 2, Tears in Heaven. Amos Milburn, 1950.
Couldn't be nobody but Amos Milburn.
While Fats Domino was redefining piano-driven blues, another Houston-born pianist was crafting emotional depth that R&B had never heard before.
And you know just how I feel.
Amos Milburn's Tears in Heaven took the rawness of blues and wrapped it in vulnerability. The song featured Milburn's smooth baritone floating over gentle piano chords in a subdued horn section.
Want to love me like I love her.
This wasn't Saturday night party music. This was Sunday morning heartbreak. The track climbed to number 9 on the Billboard R&B chart in 1950, proving that rhythm and blues could make you feel, not just move.
But I don't want to die.
Milburn's ability to convey genuine emotion through restrained performance became a cornerstone of the genre.
Without teardrops falling.
He showed that R&B wasn't just about energy, it was about soul. Number 3, Rocket 88. Jackie Brenston and his Delta Cats, 1951. March 1951, Memphis, Tennessee. A 19-year-old saxophone player named Jackie Brenston walked into Sam Phillips's Memphis recording service with a song about a car. What came out was pure electricity. Rocket 88 featured a distorted guitar sound, created accidentally when the amplifier fell off the car roof during the trip to Memphis. Instead of fixing it, they kept it.
Everybody likes this Rocket 88, baby, we ride.
That gritty, fuzzy tone became the record's signature, combined with a driving piano boogie from Ike Turner, who led the actual band. The song exploded with an energy that was almost dangerous. Rocket 88 hit number 1 on the R&B charts and stayed there for 5 weeks. Many music historians call it the first rock and roll record ever made. Whether it was or wasn't, one thing is certain. Rocket 88 proved that R&B could be loud, distorted, and rebellious. The rulebook had been torn up. Number 4, Lottie Miss Claudie. Lloyd Price, 1952. In 1952, a 19-year-old from New Orleans named Lloyd Price recorded a song that would become one of the biggest R&B hits of the decade.
Hide me, baby. No, it can't be.
Lottie Miss Claudie was pure New Orleans magic. The track featured Fats Domino on piano, creating a rolling rhythm that felt like a second heartbeat.
Lord, I swear to God you love.
Price's vocal was pleading, urgent, almost desperate. The horn section punched through with military precision. The song captured teenage frustration and desire in a way that felt raw and real.
Goodbye, Claudia, darling.
Lottie Miss Claudie spent 7 weeks at #1 on the R&B chart. It sold over 1 million copies and became one of the most covered songs of the 1950s. Elvis recorded it. John Lennon loved it.
Wheeling and rocking, baby. Lost this body.
The song's influence rippled through rock and roll for decades. Lloyd Price had created a standard, a template for how R&B could express teenage emotion with authenticity and power.
The road I'll go.
Number 5, Money Honey. The Drifters, 1953. 1953 brought a revolution in R&B vocal groups. The Drifters, led by Clyde McPhatter's soaring tenor, released Money Honey and changed what group harmony could sound like. The song was built on a jumping rhythm and blues foundation, but McPhatter's lead vocal brought something entirely new. His voice swooped and soared, influenced by gospel but filtered through secular longing. The lyrics tackled economic anxiety with humor and grit. She's a money honey, and I'm her slave. Money Honey topped the R&B charts for 11 consecutive weeks. It established the Drifters as superstars and proved that vocal groups could carry R&B into new emotional territory. McPhatter's gospel-influenced style became the blueprint for countless soul singers who followed. The Drifters had shown that R&B could be smooth, sophisticated, and still hit hard. Before we go any further, if this music is bringing back memories or creating new ones, this channel was made for you. Groove Lens is about keeping soul music alive, not just the hits, but the history behind them. So tap subscribe, settle in, and let's keep walking through this together, because the best stories are still coming. Number 6, Shake, Rattle, and Roll. Big Joe Turner, 1954.
Make some noise with the pots and pans.
April 1954. Big Joe Turner, a 43-year-old blues shouter from Kansas City, walked into the studio with a song that would shake the foundations of popular music. Shake, Rattle, and Roll was raw, sexual, and unstoppable. Turner's massive voice, honed from years of shouting over Kansas City jazz bands without a microphone, dominated the track.
Shake, rattle, and roll.
The lyrics were suggestive, cheeky, almost dangerous. Get out of that bed. Wash your face and hands. The rhythm was a hard-driving shuffle that made dancing mandatory. The song hit #1 on the R&B charts and stayed there for 3 weeks. Bill Haley covered it later that year, cleaning up the lyrics and taking it to white audiences. But Turner's original remained the definitive version, grittier, rawer, more real. Shake, Rattle, and Roll proved that R&B could be unfiltered and commercially successful. The genre was becoming too powerful to ignore. Number 7, Earth Angel, The Penguins, 1954.
Earth Angel, Earth Angel.
Late 1954. 4 young men from Los Angeles recorded a slow ballad in a garage and accidentally created the template for doo-wop and early soul ballads. The Penguins' Earth Angel was simplicity perfected. The song featured minimal instrumentation, just bass, drums, and guitar backing, 4-part harmony.
I'm just a fool.
Lead singer Cleveland Duncan's tenor floated above the group with an almost ghostly quality. The lyrics were pure teenage romance, innocent, yearning, universal. Earth Angel climbed to number 1 on the R&B chart, and remarkably reached number 8 on the pop chart. This was rare for an R&B group in 1954.
And I knew.
The song became a standard, covered by everyone from The Temptations to Death Cab for Cutie. Earth Angel showed that R&B didn't need to shout to be heard. Sometimes a whisper could be just as powerful.
Oh, my darling dear, love you.
Number 8, Maybelline, Chuck Berry, 1955.
You done started doing the thing you used to do.
May 1955, Chess Records, Chicago. A 28-year-old guitarist from St. Louis recorded a song that would merge country music with R&B and help invent rock and roll in the process.
Cadillac rolling on an open road, nothing out to run my beard.
Chuck Berry's Maybelline was a musical Molotov cocktail. The song started with a guitar riff that sounded like a car engine firing up.
A Cadillac pulled up to 104, before got a hot and wouldn't do no.
Berry's lyrics told a story, a high-speed chase down Highway 55, racing to catch a cheating girlfriend. His vocal delivery was crisp, clear, and narrative-driven. This wasn't blues abstraction. This was storytelling. Maybelline shot to number 1 on the R&B chart, and remarkably, reached number 5 on the pop chart. It sold over 1 million copies in its first year. Chess Records promoted Berry to both black and white audiences, something revolutionary for 1955. Berry had proven that R&B could cross every boundary. The walls were coming down.
You done started back doing the thing you used to do.
Number 9, At My Front Door, The El Dorados, 1955. Summer, 1955. The El Dorados, a group of Chicago teenagers, released a song that captured the innocence and anxiety of young love with perfect simplicity. At My Front Door was doo-wop perfection. The song's opening, "Crazy Little Mama Come Knocking, Knocking at My Front Door," was instantly memorable. The group's harmonies were tight, playful, almost conversational. Perkle Lee Moses Jr.'s lead vocal conveyed both excitement and nervousness. The sound of a young man hoping his girl shows up. The track reached number 1 on the R&B chart and number 17 on the pop chart. It became one of the defining doo-wop records of the mid-50s. At My Front Door showed that R&B could be youthful, fun, and commercially successful without losing its soul. The teenagers were taking over. Number 10, Pledging My Love, Johnny Ace, 1955. Christmas Day, 1954. Johnny Ace, one of R&B's brightest young stars, died playing Russian roulette backstage in Houston. He was 25 years old. A month later, his final recording reached the public. Pledging My Love was a slow, aching ballad. Ace's smooth vocal floated over gentle piano and strings, delivering lyrics of eternal devotion.
My heart's at your command, dear.
Forever, my darling, our love will be true. The irony was devastating. The song became a posthumous number 1 hit.
Happy's my desire, dear. Keeping you.
Pledging My Love stayed at number 1 on the R&B chart for 10 weeks. It crossed over to the Pop Top 20, a rare achievement for an R&B ballad in 1955.
I'll never part from you.
The song became a standard, covered by Elvis Presley, Emmylou Harris, and countless others. Johnny Ace's tragic death and beautiful final record proved that R&B could carry profound emotion. The genre had found its heart. Number 11, Tutti Frutti, Little Richard, 1955. September 1955, J&M Studio, New Orleans. Little Richard was frustrated. The session wasn't working. Nothing felt right. During a break, he sat at the piano and started banging out an obscene party song he'd been performing in clubs. Producer Bumps Blackwell heard it and immediately hit record. Tutti Frutti exploded out of the speakers like a bomb going off. Richard's shrieking vocal, "Ah wop bop, a loo bop, a lop bam boom," was unlike anything ever captured on tape. The piano pounded. The rhythm was relentless. The energy was sexual and dangerous. After cleaning up the lyrics slightly, they released it.
She almost drive me crazy. She knows how to love me.
Tutti Frutti reached number 2 on the R&B chart and broke into the pop top 20. More importantly, it changed what was possible. R&B could be wild, unhinged, and gloriously free. Little Richard had kicked the door wide open. Nothing would ever be the same. Number 12, Why Do Fools Fall in Love? Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers, 1956.
Ladies and gentlemen, they are the legendary Teenagers.
January 1956. A 13-year-old boy from Harlem walked into a recording studio and sang a question that generations would ask. Why do fools fall in love? Frankie Lyman's voice, high, pure, almost painfully innocent, cut through the backing group like a choir boy leading a street corner quartet. The Teenagers provided doo-wop harmonies that were tight and polished. But Lyman's soprano was the magic. He sang about heartbreak with the earnestness only a child could deliver. The song reached number 1 on the R&B chart, and incredibly, number 6 on the pop chart. It sold over 1 million copies, making Frankie Lyman one of the first teenage superstars in music history. Why Do Fools Fall in Love proved that R&B's audience was expanding. Teenagers, black and white, were listening, and they wanted more. Number 13, In the Still of the Night, The Five Satins, 1956. A church basement in New Haven, Connecticut. Fred Paris and the Five Satins recorded a song with almost no equipment and even less money. What they created became one of the most perfect doo-wop recordings ever made. In the Still of the Night featured Paris's lead vocal, tender, vulnerable, and completely sincere. The backing vocals provided a celestial cushion. Shoo-doo, shooby-doo. The production was minimal, but every element served the emotion. The song initially didn't chart nationally, but it became a regional hit, then a standard. Over the years, it's been recognized as one of the greatest R&B recordings of the 1950s. In the Still of the Night showed that R&B didn't need big studios or major labels. All it needed was heart. Number 14, Blueberry Hill, Fats Domino, 1956.
Here is Fats Domino singing Blueberry Hills.
October 1956. Fats Domino returned with a song that proved R&B could be gentle, nostalgic, and still dominate the charts.
On my thrill.
Blueberry Hill was actually a pop standard from 1940, but Domino made it his own. His warm, conversational vocal delivery made the song feel intimate, like he was singing directly to you.
My dream came true.
The piano rolled beneath his voice like a calm river. The arrangement was lush, but never overwhelming. The lyrics spoke of lost love and bittersweet memory. I Found My Thrill on Blueberry Hill.
Good until
Blueberry Hill hit number 2 on the pop chart and number 4 on the R&B chart. It became Domino's biggest crossover hit and one of the most beloved songs of the rock and roll era.
for the be still.
Fats Domino proved that R&B could be sophisticated, accessible, and deeply moving. The genre had grown up. Number 15, Get a Job, The Silhouettes, 1957. November 1957, 4 young men from Philadelphia recorded a song about unemployment and accidentally created one of the catchiest doo-wop records ever made. Get a Job by the Silhouettes was social commentary disguised as a party song. The track opened with nonsense syllables that were impossible to forget. Sha-da-da-da, sha-da-da-da-da. The lyrics told a relatable story. A young man losing his job, his wife nagging him to find work. But the energy was infectious. The humor was sharp. The groove was undeniable. Get a Job shot to number 1 on both the R&B and pop charts simultaneously. It stayed at the top for multiple weeks, proving that R&B was now mainstream American music. The Silhouettes showed that R&B could address real-life struggles, while still making people dance. The genre had become the voice of young America.